What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JustKryptic back with another video. Today, I'm gonna be talking about something that I've been holding off for months on end now. I think I've been holding this off for probably about 6 months, and I kind of just wanted to get it off my chest because I feel like I can't really move past it unless I get it off my chest. It's kind of one of those things where it's like if you hold something in for a very long time, it's just you bottle it up on the inside and you can't really move past that point. And I feel like this is one of those things. Now, me saying this is something ridiculously hard to do for the simple fact that me even speaking this up, there is going to be repercussions because of it. There is going to be stuff that happens because of this video, and I know that, but I have to deal with the consequences of the choices that I've made. So I figured I might as well just get done with it and be real about it, so that way you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from. Now, before we do get into this video, before I do explain, if you guys are new to the channel, my name is JustKryptic, aka Kryptic Isaiah, and you know what I'm saying, I make lit content on this channel. This isn't really like a promo or anything, but if you are new to this channel, man, you know what I'm saying, welcome to the Kryptic gang. If you guys want to subscribe, leave a like or anything like that, feel free to, but I'm not really looking for it on this video. This is more so just to be real with you guys because this is something very serious. Now, a lot of you guys may know that I actually moved out to Houston, Texas around 4 or 5 months ago in October of last year. It was my first move that I've ever made. I've always been at my parents' house. I've always been, you know, under my parents' roof my entire life up until last year of October. I finally made a decision to move out and to get my own place, and I kind of have this YouTube house with a bunch of other content creators, and you know, things are pretty, they're cool out here, but I didn't really explain the reasoning behind that, and it's just been eating me on the inside since then. So I feel like I kind of need to explain that to you guys. And I know you guys are probably like, well, what does that have to do anything? Why is that serious? You know what I'm saying? Basically, the reason I moved out here wasn't because it was an opportunity to be around other content creators or to get my own place or to do anything like that. It was because of bad decisions that I had made prior to moving out here. For those of you who didn't know, I used to stay in Kansas City. Olathe, Kansas was where I grew up at. That's where I lived pretty much my entire life. But that was the area I was from before I moved out to Houston, right? And in Kansas, I am pretty much a very big public figure. When you think about Kansas City, you think about, you know, I'm trying to think of some names out there. There's Tech9, if you guys know who that is. Patrick Mahomes. When you think about Kansas City, Casey Moe, those are kind of the names that are out there. But when it comes to like YouTube or social media, I was the name out in Kansas. That's just how it was. Anytime I would go out in public, there would be a surplus amount of people asking for pictures. You know, it's just kind of like I didn't really have any privacy in Kansas besides my house. Wherever I stayed at, that was the only privacy I had. So anytime I went out in public, it was just a really big amount of fans who wanted pictures, who wanted to talk to me, who wanted, you know, something to do with me, which I never had a problem with because I love that. You know what I'm saying? You guys are my supporters and you guys love me a lot. So of course, if you guys show support on what I do with my videos or with my music, etc., of course I want to show that back. If you want a picture, ask me for a picture, for sure. I got you. You know what I'm saying? We could take a flick. But when it starts to become something that's overwhelming to a point where it gets to where my supporters are starting to get disrespectful towards me and my privacy, that's when I kind of have a problem. Like if I'm out doing stuff, I'm at a public event, of course I want to take pictures, but when people are coming to where I live at, my own private space, and they're throwing stuff in my windows, trying to get my attention, yelling Kryptic, pulling up cars outside my house, stuff like that, that's when it becomes somewhat of a problem because it's like I don't have a place to really relax because it's just so much of this stuff going on. Basically, when I was in Kansas, I had my own stuff going on. Everyone knew who I was in Kansas. That's just how it was. Now, I've had experiences where people will literally camp outside my house waiting for me to come out so they can ask me for pictures. Like, my literal neighbors were fans, so anytime I would walk outside, it was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, what's up, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. But it got to the point where there was this one time in particular where there was a group of fans that were camping outside my house in a car for, hours on end, right? Like, I remember coming home to my house and there was just a car parked outside of my house. I believe it was like a car full of about 4 guys or something like that. And I remember pulling up in the driveway and trying to go up into my house, and all these dudes getting out their car yelling, hey, yo, kryptic, trying to get a reaction out of me. Now, even though they're kind of invading my personal space and I don't even know how people got my address, I still, responded out of respect, just, hey, what's going on, guys? Went over and talked to him for a little bit and kind of told him that, this is my place. This is where I live at. I would appreciate it if you guys didn't really come here. If I'm out at some event, that's one thing, but, this is kind of where I stay, right? Now, after telling them that, they didn't really take it so well, and I don't understand why, because as a public figure or somebody who has a big following, right, you would think if you support that person and they go out of their way to talk to you and come down to you respectfully, one-to-one as a person, you know what I'm saying, like how it should be, you would think you would respect them, especially when it comes to their privacy, right? I don't know what the issue was, but these 4 guys had a serious problem with me telling them basically that they had to leave my house. After telling them that, I went back inside my house, and I remember seeing them still camped outside my house about 3 hours later. So literally after I told them that, this is my place, I already said hey to them, they were still sitting there like waiting for me to come out my house so they could talk to me. So at that point, to me, it's kind of disrespectful. Now, time goes by and it's about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. It's dark outside, you know what I'm saying? You can't really see much. There's street lights on, but it's just dark outside. Now, I was hungry because I had been out all day doing stuff, and I was working on stuff, whoop-de-whoop, grinding on the YouTube grind, etc. And I was just hungry. So I went outside, and as I'm going to my car, these guys are still there, right? So I go over to their car and I'm like, yo, do y'all understand this is where I stay at, bro? Like, y'all can't just be camping out in front of my house. Like, I have to have a place to live at. I understand that you guys are supporters or fans of me, but I need my own privacy. Now, after explaining that to them again for the second time, they just sat there in their car and acted like I didn't say anything at all. Now, to me, I've already spoke to you 2 times so far. I've tried to be respectful about it, and I don't really want to get police or anybody involved because there's just a whole bunch of extra stuff I have to call them. I have to explain why. Then the police know that, oh, there's this social media famous person that stays in this neighborhood, and they have to watch out, etc. Neighbors are looking out, why is there police cars on the street, on our neighborhood, etc., right? So I was like, all right, whatever. I just went and got in my car, and I was like, if they're back by the time I get back from getting something to eat, I'm gonna have to call the police because I can't do anything when there's just people camped out my house waiting for me to come out, and it's like I have no private space. So I hop in my car, turn on the car, drive out the driveway, start heading down the street. As I'm heading down the street, this car full of guys that have been camping out of my house the entire day turn their car on, cut the lights on, and start following me, bro. Now, I pay attention to everything. I'm not an oblivious person. I really pay attention to everything. So as soon as I start driving and notice the car is just sitting there following me, it's the exact same car that was just camped out of my house. I'm like, bruh, I've already told these guys twice now. I don't want to get police involved, but I just want them to leave me alone because I have stuff that I need to do. So I make my way to McDonald's to get like a little snack to eat because I was already annoyed. I wasn't really hungry at that point because when you get irritated like that, you're not really hungry anymore. You're just so focused on what the problem is that you're not even feeling like eating anymore, right? So I pull up to the McDonald's. I'm going through the drive-thru and the same car is just literally behind me, bruh. I'm just sitting there like, yo, what's the problem, bruh? So I get my food, I pull over in the McDonald's parking lot, and guess who pulls up right next to me? The group of 4 guys that was camped out of my house that have been following me around. I sit in my car for about 5 minutes just to try to understand like what they're doing, and as I'm sitting there trying to understand, they're just literally blasting my music full speaker in their car, right? Now, I don't have a problem with that. That's happened before. I've had people drive past me blasting my music, turn it up to it, whoop-de-whoop, whatever, right? But the problem is, once again, I don't have privacy. Every time I go out, there's supporters, there's fans that I take pictures with. When I'm at home, that's the only place I have to actually work on stuff and just focus on what I need to do. But at this point, I'm getting really frustrated because it's like I've already told these guys multiple times to leave me alone, just leave my house alone, respect my privacy. Then they follow me around and then they just pull up next to me and park there. So at this point, I'm pretty much fed up, bro, right? I'm just fed up. And I'm not the type of person who's afraid of confrontation. I have no problem confronting people about stuff. So I end up getting out my car and I walk over to their car and I knock on the window. Dude rolls down the window. He's like, yo, Kryptic, what's good, bro? You hear us bumping the music? I'm like, yes, I hear you guys bumping the music. I've already told you guys to leave me alone. Why are you still following me? And they just sit there for a second and pretty much act like they didn't hear anything I said. Now, I don't know if it's because I kind of put them in shock, because whenever I said that, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty heated, so it didn't come out as friendly as I normally speak. It was kind of like, why are you guys following me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had emotion in my voice because I was starting to get heated. So one of them finally responds. He's like, yo, we're just big fans of you. We just kind of want to hang out. And I look at them and I'm like, yo, y'all have to understand, I have my own stuff going on. I'm not friends with y'all. I have my own personal life. Even though there's stuff on social media and stuff that I do, I have my own personal life. I have to have time to do what I need to do. There are millions of people who have seen me, who know me, that I don't know. So if y'all look at me like, oh, he would be a really cool friend or etc. like that, I don't know you, and I don't mean that out of a disrespectful way. That's just how it is. You guys watch these videos. I make content for y'all because I enjoy making content and filming and having fun with YouTube. But the thing is, I don't know each and every single one of you. So when somebody comes to me and they're like, yo, I'm trying to hang out with you, and I'm like, dude, I have my own stuff going on. I need my own space. I don't know you like that. And they continue to keep trying. That's a problem. So at this point, I'm extremely mad. I tell them pretty much, if you guys don't leave me alone, I'm gonna have to call the cops on you because I can't do this. So at that point, they understood it was something serious. It wasn't like I was joking with them or trying to tell them that they couldn't be around me. It was like, y'all need to leave me alone or he's gonna call the police. So I get back in my car, I start driving, and literally 2 minutes later, the same exact car is behind me, bro. So at this point, I'm extremely fed up. I hop on the phone with one of my friends. I'm like, yo, there's these fans that are following me around. I need you to pull up somewhere because I don't know what they're on. I've already told them multiple times to leave me alone. I'm not trying to get the police involved. Can you just pull up and kind of back me up, right? My friend's like, yeah, of course, bro, I got you. Just let me know where to be and I'll be there ASAP. So I end up pulling over at one of the schools, and keep in mind, this is probably around 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I pull over at the school just to see if this car was still gonna follow me. Pull into the school, here comes the car. I hop on the phone with my friend, I'm like, yo, I'm at this school, can you pull up? These dudes just pulled up again and I have a serious problem. And to be honest, I'm really starting to get heated. He's like, yo, I'm on the way, I'll be there in like 5 minutes. So I'm sitting there in my car just frustrated, like, yo, why can't these dudes just leave me alone? Now, every other time that the car's been there, they've all just been sitting in their car, right? This time it wasn't like that. So instead of them all sitting in their car, they literally all get out their car, right? And I'm like, yo, what the freak is going on? Because if they touch my car, man, we gonna have a problem. I love my car. I love my baby. I put a lot of work in my car. And at this point, I don't know what these dudes are on. They seem kind of like, they just seem off. So they all get out their car. They come over to my car and they start tapping on my window and tapping all over the car. Now, this is the point where my confession really comes into play, because there's a piece to this part that I really don't want to explain, that I've been holding off for a very good amount of time, and is the reason why I moved away from Kansas. Now, I'm just gonna be real about it, and you know, it's tough to say, but I gotta be real about it because I have to deal with the consequences for my actions. In hindsight, I should have just called the police at this point instead of having a friend come up and try and back me up on it. But I didn't, because I just wanted to take care of it myself, and I was already extremely frustrated. So they're tapping on my windows, they're banging up on my car, etc., yada yada yada, trying to get my attention. I've already told them multiple times to leave me alone. I'm gonna get police involved. Whoop-de-whoop. I roll my window down and I say, yo, y'all need to stop touching my car, we gonna have a problem. One of the dudes ducks his head down in my window, looks at me and says, oh really, we gonna have a problem, and flips up a pocket knife. Never in my life have I been a scary person, so for somebody to kind of threaten me with a little pocket knife, that didn't really affect me. It was like, okay, what are you gonna do with it? Basically. So all four of these dudes is pretty much yelling at me like, yo, get out the car, we trying to talk to you real quick, like hop out. Now, I ain't no stupid, bro. I'm not finna just hop out my car without any type of protection. Obviously, I got my 2 hands or whatever, I can throw a little but if somebody got a pocket knife, I'm not about to start swinging and they hit me with a knife and it's wraps for me. I'm not stupid. So I roll my window back up, and the good thing about my car is my windows is tinted. You cannot see inside my car. Roll my windows up, I reach in my glove box, and I pull something out of my glove box. I don't want to go into detail about what it was because everything I say in this video kind of can be used against me, but I pull something out my glove box. I put it in my pants and I get out the car. As I'm getting out the car, all four of these dudes pretty much is trying to like rush up on me like, yo, what's up, what's up? I don't know if they was trying to rob me, thinking I had cash on me or something, but look, bruh, I'm not stupid. I don't walk around with a ton of money on me. But anyways, they trying to press me. And my friend still hasn't shown up yet. I'm wondering where he's at. I probably shouldn't even have gotten out the car, but I did. Just because I'm not no scary person. If it gets down to it, I'm about it. As I'm out the car just standing there and they trying to talk to me, I'm like, look, y'all, I don't want a problem. Y'all need to leave me alone right now. Dude with the pocket knife looks at me. He says, nah, we ain't leaving you alone because we trying to talk to you. I was like, nah, dude, I'm not talking to nobody, bro. Like, y'all have been at my house. Y'all have not left me alone. I tried to be respectful about it and y'all just won't leave me alone. Now, at this point, dude, I am so frustrated. I just want to hit somebody. Like, real talk, I really just wanted to hit somebody because my anger was so full inside of me because I tried to be respectful and they wasn't listening. I was so angry, dog. I looked at the dude and I said, if you gonna do something, do it. Because obviously you don't have a life. None of your friends have a life if you're gonna follow me around like this and stay at my house all day. Now, he didn't take those words so kindly. After saying that, he started to walk up on me. He had his knife out and it looked like he was about to swing on me with a knife. Like I said, I'm not no stupid, bruh, and it felt like my life was in danger at that point. It's me against four guys. My homie hasn't arrived. I haven't called the police because I've just been so all over the place because of this entire situation that it's like, yo, my life's in danger. I don't know what else to do at this point. Now, this is the part that I have to be real about. I reached in my pants, I pulled something out, and I pulled the trigger on it. I have never in my life done something like this before, but when I pulled that trigger, I felt a sense of relief. Dude with the knife was just on the ground, just out, bruh. All his homies start running off. Now, at this moment, I knew if I stayed in Kansas, I was going to jail. That's just how it was. And I wasn't gonna do that because I didn't feel like it was my fault. I tried to be respectful about it. I could have got police involved, but I didn't. And I made choices and that's what it turned into. So dude's sitting there on the ground, he can't move. His homies had ran away and then my homie had pulled up. My homie pulls up, sees this dude on the ground. He was like, yo, what happened? I was like, dude, I'll explain, but we gotta go right now. So we hop in our cars, I head to my house, I explained it to him, I explained everything, and I was like, yo, I gotta go because I can't afford to be locked up, bro. I have a career and stuff that I'm trying to do and I can't do this. And I can't be spending time in jail, bro. So I packed up as much as I could in 3 hours and fit it in my car and I drove out to Texas and started looking for places. Still to this day, I don't know the dude's name. I don't know what actually happened to him. I don't think that he passed away because there was no news reports of a passing away. The only news report that I had seen is that somebody was injured and that they were put into the hospital. I'm not gonna lie, if I had the chance to do it again, I would have done it because I was trying to be respectful about it and they was trying to play me, bro. So it is what it is. And the crazy part to me is the look I saw in his eyes when I pulled that trigger. It was like, I can't describe it. It was almost as if his soul left his body, bro. But I really have to get this off my conscience because I haven't even been able to necessarily film lately or record or do anything because I've had this just stuck in my head and I know I need to get it out. And me making this video, I already know me making this video is gonna make me have to deal with a lot of consequences, but I hope you guys understand, man, that y'all have to respect me as a person. I am a person. I'm not just social media, YouTube or whatever, you know what I'm saying, whoop-de-whoop. I'm a real person at the end of the day. And even though I'm a friendly person, that doesn't mean I like to be disrespected. My apologies to his family, to his friends, but if I had to make the choice again, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like I said, I needed to get this off my brain because it's just been eating at me and I can't really move past it unless I open up and get it off my chest. I'm not sure what's next after me recording this video. I'm sure this will be sent to somebody, but I feel as if I was in the right. I could have made better decisions in the instant, but I feel like I tried to do what was best for me in that situation. My life was threatened, and at that point, I really didn't have any other choice. I'm not sure what the legal part of this is gonna look like, but I had to come clean with y'all. If y'all did watch throughout this video and you know, you kind of sat here and listened to me kind of confess the truth about why I moved and Something that I've been holding on my mind for a very long time. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. And there's one more thing that I want to say before I end this video. Y'all got pranked. I did not shoot nobody, bro. This is all for entertainment. If you're somebody in the law enforcement watching this video, this was all a prank, 100%. I promise to God, y'all cannot lock me up, bro. Y'all will not lock me up. I'm saying it right now in the video because I'm pretty sure if I don't say this and I upload it, they can low-key take me in for custody and ask me questions and stuff like that and try and like put a lawsuit on me or something or give me some type of charges. But look, let me know what you guys was thinking about this story down in the comment section below. I just figured I'd prank y'all for the one time, man. Gotta keep y'all on the toes. Also, let me know what y'all think about the haircut, man. I got my little hair. But look, man, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. It's me, your boy JustKryptic here, and I will catch you guys in my next video very soon. Peace out, baby. Gang.
Love so dangerous, it's dangerous, yeah. Dangerous, it's dangerous. I can't get it out my head. No, no, no. Everything that you have said.